welcome back to my channel. My name is Hope and this is MissionKeto. Welcome to another meal prep video. This one, I'm not gonna be cooking as much stuff. I'm just gonna be prepping a lot of the stuff that I got at Costco. If you saw my grocery haul, I just posted that I think yesterday. I'm just prepping that stuff, getting it ready for the freezer. I am gonna make a few things also, but these are mostly keto things. So if you're here for carnivore, sorry, I'm doing keto stuff today. Maybe a couple of like carnivore BBBE stuff. But I did want to say thank you guys so much for the support on our results video. We have had a couple of people send us their progress, their success story with some before and after pictures. So stay tuned for that. We are going to be having a subscriber of the week coming up soon. Make sure if you are interested in that, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, make sure you watch that entire results video. I will link that for you because we're trying to celebrate you guys and your success with weight loss, with getting off of medication, your health just improving overall. So stay tuned for those. I'm very excited about that. So as I said, today's gonna be a meal prep video. The first thing that I always like to do is make a list. I know it's repetitive, but it does work. And I've got a list of everything that I want to get done today. And then what else? Oh, another tip that I have, get your iPad out. Oh, look, it's all dirty, my cover. Get your iPad out, watch some MissionKeto videos, but watch your YouTube favorites, watch a movie, watch a series on something. That is definitely helpful. Put your music in, anything like that. That just kind of helps you get through the day. I know, because it can be long, but this one shouldn't take too long today. Let's get started and see what I'm gonna be making.
All right, so I got a couple of rotisserie chickens from Costco and I'm going to cut those up and have them ready in the fridge for Andy to have for a meal. I'm also gonna save some of this for my buffalo chicken dip that I am making here shortly. So you don't wanna miss that, it is delicious. But I feel like I got everything off of the bones today. Usually I don't get it all, but I got it all this time. And here we bought that 30-pound, I checked, and it is a 30-pound bag of chicken wings. And you can cook them from frozen, which I like. So I'm just divvying these up into individual like portion. Andy has about 12 at a time. So I put 12 in each bag and we're just gonna stick them in the freezer so he can pull them out and cook them. And here I'm just getting the ground beef ready. Same thing, I'm just labeling my bags. And I have my scale out to weigh them. It's about a pound each. It was 16 ounces, maybe just a tiny bit over. And then I saved a little bit of it to make with some bacon because that's one of his favorite things when we do the ground beef with the bacon. So you just wanna flatten them out as best as you can, get all of the air out of them, and then stick them in your freezer. You're good to go. Now this was easy. I have these containers in the freezer that I use and it just kind of keeps the chicken in separate from everything else in case there was a leak. I think that's pretty helpful. Pork belly, I definitely wanted to get this ready too. I think I got like 4 bags out of it, so that was pretty awesome. Oh, and if you guys see any of the Pampered Chef stuff that I'm using that you like, I will have the links for those individual items down below also. I know that knife is a big one. I've used a lot of good stuff.
Hey guys, I'm back. So I've got all my meat and stuff prepped and in the freezer, so that is nice. And I know it's not a normal meal prep video, but I'm kind of food prepping and I'm liking it because I've got those chicken wings ready for Andy to go. He can literally grab them and they are on the package. It says cook from frozen, so he can stick them in the air fryer, throw the seasoning on them, and he's good to go. So he ate about 12 this morning and some of them have maybe like 13, 14 in it. That's kind of just how it divvied out. So but I think he'll be fine. He'll be happy with that. And then just kind of prepping things. We don't cook all the pork belly at once. Little things like that. He's got the rotisserie chicken ready to go for him during the week also, which I like. And there was something else too. Oh, and the rest of the ground beef and bacon, I'm gonna cook that up on the skillet too. Make him, I think there was like 1.5 pounds left of that, so we're gonna do that. The next thing that we're gonna make is my buffalo chicken dip. And I'm very excited about this dip because we've been making it forever. And Andy got it. One of the places that he worked at in Indiana, this co-worker of his made this. She gave me a little recipe card. He loved it so much. The recipe card showed me exactly how to make it. And I'm like, you know what? These are keto-friendly items. You need some cream cheese, keto-friendly. This one is 1 carb per serving, just so you guys know. It's very comparable to Philadelphia cream cheese. You need some chicken, so about 1 pound of chicken. I boil the chicken normally and then chop it up or shred it. It's not my favorite way. I also left out some of the chicken breasts for the rotisserie chicken. I'm gonna use that because it's nice and seasoned. And then you could also use maybe a large can of the canned chicken. That, I've never tried that, but I imagine the consistency is probably better. So I haven't tried that yet, but I do want to try that at some point. So you need some chicken. You need some blue cheese dressing, and definitely get the best one that you want, you know, good ingredients, whatever. I'm just using this one. You need a package of mozzarella cheese. Wouldn't you know it, I get into the fridge, just bought some yesterday at Publix, right? This isn't Publix, this is Winn-Dixie brand, because I already had some. Make sure you're checking your fridge and your pantry for items before you go shopping. That's like a big thing in my house, and I didn't do it. And then you need some buffalo sauce. I love this one. You could also use the Primal Kitchen one. I was gonna get that one, but when I saw that Publix had the buy one, get one free, I was like, oh yes, I definitely want it. But there's a little bit left in here. This might be enough, not sure. It doesn't matter. I have some now. Either way, I'm okay. So we're just gonna put it all together in a casserole dish. I'll bring you down and fast forward it. Then you bake it in the oven, 350 degrees. It is delicious. And if you like spice, I mean, the amount that you use of the buffalo sauce is just gonna be basically up to you, but I like a little bit of kick to mine. So I use quite a bit. And you want the chicken to kind of soak in it for a little while. So you bake it until it's like bubbly at 350 degrees. And then you could use anything to dip it. You could use celery. Celery would probably be great because it's like a buffalo spice there, buffalo chicken wing kind of spice. We used to use chips and stuff, but since we don't do that anymore, you could use a low carb chip or make your own with low carb wraps. I'm not sure what I'm gonna have yet, but let's make it.
All right, so I'm just chopping up the chicken breast from the rotisserie chicken that I reserved, and I put the buffalo sauce in there, and I'm gonna let that sit for a little bit. I love this ceramic cast iron skillet I got from Pampered Chef. Yes, I will link it down below. It is amazing. I thought I would use that to show off this dip, and I think it looks beautiful once it's done. I went ahead and showed you the ground beef and the bacon that I made very quickly. I've shown this before, but I figured I would get this in because I am actually meal prepping it, so I wanted to make sure I showed you. And then we're gonna take a look at the buffalo chicken dip in the oven here in just a minute. It's not quite done, but it's looking good. So here it is in the oven, and you can see the edges are starting to boil a little bit, and that's good. But we want the cheese to kind of get a little bit more melted. It's starting to bubble. You can see that in the middle. But if it doesn't go fast enough for you, because remember everything's already cooked, you can just stick it, you know, turn the broiler on for a little bit. That's probably what I'm gonna do just to get things moving, but it's looking good. All right, so now I'm gonna make a snack for me to have this week, and actually Jordan might have some of this too, but this is the mini sweet peppers that I bought and the goat cheese. Oh, it's so delicious. Normally I would put the everything but the bagel seasoning or everything bagel seasoning on there. I'm gonna do that for some of them, but I thought to be a little different, I would try some of this tahini because this is really delicious, but I don't use it that much. So I thought, you know what, that's probably gonna be really good on the top.
And don't worry, that's food coloring. When we moved, one of my bottles had opened up and spilled all over that. So I'll speed this up, and I'm just going to, you know, cut these in half and seed them. And then we're just gonna start, you know, smushing the goat cheese in there. It can get a little messy, I'm not gonna lie, but it's so worth the flavor, I'm telling you. So let's do it.
So I totally got this idea from my mom, and I love her so much for it. I love her for a lot more stuff too, but this really makes it even more so. So thanks, Mom, for this idea. I totally love it. I know most people do cream cheese, and cream cheese is good in these, yeah, but this gives it like a little more of a bite, a little more of a kick. I don't know what it is, but goat cheese is delicious, and it's not something you would normally think of using. At least I wouldn't have, but I totally love it. Totally love it. You got to try it. All right, and last but not least, I still had 2 boxes of steakums in the freezer, and I thought I would cook one of those up for Andy. You can kind of chop them up into small pieces or keep them in the steak size pieces, and then I kept them in those steak sizes, and then he can decide what he wants to do. But these would be great, like chopped up and mixed up with eggs, kind of like steak and eggs. I don't know, but they are delicious. I try to season them when they're sitting out as well, but they are really good, and I just thought I would have that readily available for him also for the week. All right, guys, so I am done meal prepping. I thought I would start in the freezer to kind of just show you everything that I did again. We have got chicken wings ready to go for Andy in the individual pouches, so he can just take one of those out, and my freezer is haunted. The light just keeps flickering. Probably because it got so much crap in there. So he's got that ready for himself. And then we've got the individual packets of the chicken breasts and the chicken thighs. He's got burgers. He's got some pork belly there that we can pull out and make also. And then now to take you over to the table. As you saw, I made some of those steakums. This I was thinking, these are good on sandwiches. We still have some of the BBBE bread, but he's just not had any craving for bread. It was nice that first couple of days when you're kind of going through your cravings and stuff, but otherwise he hasn't needed it. But I was thinking too, you could chop this up and mix it with eggs or something too. Here are my snack bites that I made. This what are they? The small peppers, the sweet peppers, mini sweet peppers. And I've got the everything bagel seasoning there. Look, I got food coloring all over my finger from that tahini seasoning. But anyways, I tried one and it is good. You have to like that seasoning though. It's very tart. I wasn't ready for it, but then once I was kind of used to it, I was like, oh, this is delicious. So I've got that ready for myself. I have a pound, probably about a pound and a half, about a pound and a half of ground beef with the bacon that I made for Andy. He likes to eat that. We've got the rotisserie chicken. It's about 1.5 there because I use some of that for the dip. That's ready for him to do whatever he wants with. And then last but not least, somebody had a bite. It is so good. You guys have got to make this. I will have my recipe for this down below. It is delicious. We are running to the store in a few minutes, and I'm going to get some celery because that is just sounding so good. I have nothing to dip it with right now. I wasn't thinking ahead, but I'm going to get some celery, and I'm going to dig into this. You technically could put it on a sandwich if you wanted. You could, just eat it straight from the dish like I did. And how about that dish? Isn't that pretty? That is great for entertaining too. So that is everything I made in my meal prep. I hope you guys like this video. Please make sure you like it if you do. Comment down below as well. All of that definitely helps my channel. Thank you guys so much for watching. We will see you on the next one. Bye!